Hello and a very warm welcome. In today's video we are explaining my max rant at the weekend. Did I go over the top or was I speaking from the heart? I turn on, I record, I do a race reaction. The whole race I was pretty pissed off and it was due to that turn 1 incident. Many people say it's a racing incident, but I think the way it was all handled was childlike. Now, Max, on the channel, I've got massive respect for Max. Most of my most successful videos on YouTube are talking about Max. As a Brit, I've spoke highly of him, praised him more than any other Brit, called out the UK bias towards him more than any other Brit. I've called him out at Mexico when he pushes Lando Norris not once, twice. That was out of order. And then I praise him at Brazil when he wins from 17th to 1st. Generational no talent. He's 4th on my all-time list, so I don't hate Max, but like I always say, he's getting called out if I believe he deserves to be called out, which I did at the weekend. Some people say I overreacted, but I've got Max to win the title, so I clearly don't hate the guy. I'm a McLaren fan. Go back last season, Italy, fuming with my own team. So it's not because he's Dutch or anything. I call everyone out, including my own driver, including my own team. But going back to Saudi, I thought it was bang out of order what Max did. It was cheating, it was not sporting, and the fact that he just straight line turn 1 was wrong for me. It really was. We can't be having that in Formula 1. And Max has got some serious problems, whether the Dutch want to admit it or not. He cannot handle losing a position. Yeah, we're going to go through it now. I've said he will win the title this season. I stand by that. I'm going to explain why I ranted. Was I out of order or not? I call out all drivers. Max is no exception. Same treatment as everyone else. Yeah, as a Brit, if anything, people have actually said I'm a Max fan. I've backed him that much. Turn 1, Saudi. Right, let's get into it. Oscar Piastri got the better start. Max straight away knows he's lost the lead. So he tries this audacious let off the brake pedal. Piastri is always turning into the left-hander. He doesn't force Max wide at all. He takes the corner. It was Piastri's corner. And Max just creates something that's never there. It was never Max's corner. He should have used his head. But we've seen it time and time again, this incident, where he tries and creates a problem for the stewards. Yeah, turn 1 was ridiculous. For me, it was cheating, it was brain dead, and was never his corner. So, therefore, he should have backed out. The sensible thing to do was, he's gone straight at turn 1, drop back, let Piastri through. The team should have been on the radio. Max, let him through. We're going to get a penalty. Just brain dead. And then they stay in the lead. And then they lose the lead anyway. So it's like karma served. Moments like that, you have to use your head. And I think the reason I was so annoyed with Max is because I respect Max. And he's better than that. He's better than that. And that was the frustration. Nikita, that's the fucking frustration. But no, that was my frustration, I think. I love Max, but stuff like that doesn't help him getting plaudits at all. He's got to use his head. And he has a real problem with giving up his place. He really does. He has to be there. It's a good thing that he fights, but sometimes it's a lost cause. And that turn 1 at Saudi was a lost cause. Trouble accepting someone will take his position. It's Max. He expects everyone to jump out the way. If we're being real, he does. George Russell, a little snake at Qatar, I called him out. That's my driver, by the way. I called George Russell out, and I was on Max's side. But he said everyone's got to jump out the way because it's Max. Everyone's afraid of Max. He's racing Oscar Piastri this time. He's not racing Lando, who's going to jump out the way every time. Oscar is a bit like Kimi Räikkönen. He's got that persona. Doesn't give a fuck. Never knows when to give it up. And the post-interview by Max, I've got to say it how I see it, as I always do. He went to do an interview with David Coulthard. MBS told him not to say anything. It was a short interview. Max is in the wrong in this particular moment. Red Bull and Max, the way they reacted post incident and post race is embarrassing, and that is why Red Bull are hated. They are hated, and I think my rant was justified at the time, because all 50 laps I was boiling because of this incident. I felt it was like cheating. It really was. It didn't feel right at all. Yeah, Red Bull are in the wrong, and then they're getting out photos. The sex offender Horner pulling out. Oh, look at my diagram. Max, his wheel is ahead at the apex. Yeah, how many times have we seen it? Most of all, I was disappointed in Max. I think he's better than that myself. He's world class. I have him 4th on my list. This is no hate towards Max. Huge respect there, but you got to call him out. I do agree with him. In the press conference, he said about, I can't say how I really feel because I'll be punished. We live in a soft world, not allowed opinions. I agree with him fully on that. We are in a soft world. I mean, you look at the F1 drivers, everyone wants to be pals and mates. No one's got bollocks to put a move on Max because everyone just jumps out the way. It's about time someone gave him a fight and didn't jump out the way. Only driver who speaks up is Max, and we need him to speak up, but he got punished last year for swearing. He expects every driver to jump out the way. This is not on. Some drivers need to stand up to him. Massive issue, Red Bull and Max. Trouble admitting when they're in the wrong. He's clearly in the wrong. Turn 1 Saudi. Clearly in the wrong. And yet, we've got this uproar, a massive incident. Mexico, I absolutely hammered him for pushing Lando Norris off. Lando Norris, I absolutely can't. I can't stand him. Yeah, I backed Lando Norris in that one because it was ridiculous. Max just forced him off. But then you go to Brazil a bit later, 17th to 1st, world class, world class. 12,000 views, I think it got. The bullshit when in the sprint race when Hulkenberg stood at the side of the track for 2 whole laps, and then they wait for Lando to get past, and then they pull a virtual safety car. I called it out. It's there on the channel. Divides opinion, this one. But yeah, as I always say, I don't care whether you're 1 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, 2 foot tall. You have to call each driver out the same, otherwise I'd be a hypocrite. The pole laps at Japan and Saudi are world class. Astonishing. His car should never be there. Generational talent. But he's not immune from criticism. And yeah, at the weekend, race reaction, I turned on, I was angry, I ranted about him. People think I'm out of order, but I'm a Formula 1 fan at the end of the day. I'm emotional. Yeah, when I start ranting, I usually go off the course. I can't help it. That's just the way I am. But yeah, comment down below your thoughts. Yeah, I love Max. He's great for the sport. It'll be a sad day when he leaves. But yeah, this rant, in my opinion, was justified because he was totally out of order turn 1. And the way Red Bull handled it, that's why you're hated, Red Bull. That is why you're hated. Can never take the blame.